What's something people don't know about the most epic road trip across the USA? We're about to embark on a righteous road trip, crisscrossing this great nation to uncover some hidden gems and iconic landmarks. We're diving into the top 10 must-visit spots for an unforgettable American road trip. So buckle up, grab a snack, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime. First up, we're cruising into the Grand Canyon, a place so epic, it'll blow your mind wider than a drive-through burger joint on a Saturday night. Now, this ain't your average pothole in the road, folks. This is 277 miles of pure natural wonder. You stand on the rim looking down into that vast canyon and you just gotta say, holy moly, Mother Nature really outdid herself this time. Whether you're a seasoned hiker or just a casual stroller, there's a trail here for everyone. Take a donkey ride down to the bottom, or if you're feeling really adventurous, try whitewater rafting down the Colorado River. Talk about a wild ride. And don't even get me started on the sunsets. Picture this. You, perched on the edge of the canyon, a cold drink in hand, watching as the sky explodes in a kaleidoscope of colors. It's the kind of view that makes you want to grab your buddy and say, "Did you see that? That's America right there." If you enjoyed this glimpse into Mother Nature's masterpiece, make sure to like and subscribe for more fascinating facts and epic adventures. Next stop, we're slamming on the gas and heading straight for the dazzling lights of Las Vegas, Nevada. Forget the neon green relish, folks, because this town is lit up like a Christmas tree 24/7. This ain't just a city, it's an experience. You got everything here. Casinos, shows, restaurants so fancy they make your head spin, and enough neon to light up a small country. Now, I ain't talking about your average street food here. Las Vegas is a buffet of flavors from around the world. You got your Michelin-starred restaurants with celebrity chefs, your all-you-can-eat buffets that'll make your belt buckle beg for mercy, and everything in between. But Vegas ain't just about the glitz and glamour. There's world-class entertainment, too. Cirque du Soleil will have you picking your jaw up off the floor, and you might even catch a magic show that'll make you question everything you thought you knew about reality. From the neon lights of Vegas, we're taking a trip back in time to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a place where American history comes alive. Now, this ain't your average history lesson, folks. This is where the fate of a nation was decided, and you can feel the weight of those events in the air. Walk through the battlefields, see the cannons still standing guard, and imagine the courage it took to fight for what you believe in. You gotta visit the Gettysburg National Military Park. It's like stepping right into a history book. And don't just stick to the beaten path either. Take a guided tour. They'll tell you stories that'll make your hair stand on end. You'll hear about the soldiers, the strategies, and the sacrifices made on those hallowed grounds. And when the sun starts to set, head over to the Gettysburg National Cemetery. Witness the rows upon rows of white headstones, a poignant reminder of the human cost of war. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to get down and dirty in the heart of Louisiana, New Orleans. This city's got soul, spice, and enough jazz music to make you want to dance in the streets. Now, let me tell you, there ain't no place on earth that throws a party like New Orleans. It's like the whole city's one big happy family, and they're always ready to welcome you with open arms. You gotta try the gumbo, a stew so flavorful, it'll make your taste buds sing. And don't even get me started on the beignets. These fluffy squares of fried dough dusted with powdered sugar are like little pillows of heaven. The best time to visit? Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Mardi Gras is a wild time, with parades, costumes, and enough beads to circle the globe. But if you want something a little more laid back, come down for the French Quarter Festival, a celebration of music, food, and all things New Orleans. We're switching gears now, folks, and heading north to Yellowstone National Park, a place where the wild things roam and the geysers blow sky high. Now, this ain't your average walk in the park. This is 3,500 square miles of mountains, forests, and geothermal wonders that'll make your jaw drop. First things first, you gotta see Old Faithful. This geyser ain't called Faithful for nothing. It erupts every 90 minutes or so, shooting a tower of hot water hundreds of feet into the air. It's a real showstopper. But Yellowstone ain't just about geysers. Keep your eyes peeled for bison, elk, wolves, and maybe even a grizzly bear or two. Just remember, these are wild animals, so admire them from a safe distance. And don't forget your hiking boots. Yellowstone's got over 900 miles of hiking trails, from easy strolls to challenging climbs. Trust me, the views from the top are worth every step. Saddle up, partners, because we're heading to Santa Fe, New Mexico, a town that's as unique as a jalapeno milkshake. Now, this ain't your average tourist trap, folks. This is a place where art, culture, and history collide in a burst of color and flavor. First stop, the Santa Fe Plaza. This historic square is the heart of the city, and it's always buzzing with activity. You got street performers, artists selling their wares, and enough people watching to keep you entertained for hours. And speaking of art, Santa Fe is a haven for art lovers. You got the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum, the New Mexico Museum of Art, and more galleries than you can shake a paintbrush at. And don't even get me started on the food. Santa Fe is a melting pot of culinary delights. You gotta try the New Mexican cuisine with its signature blend of Mexican and Native American flavors. Trust me, it's as unique and delicious as the city itself. Next up, we're cruising into the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., a city that's bursting at the seams with history, culture, and enough monuments to make your head spin. Now, this ain't your average field trip, folks. We're talking about the Smithsonian Museums, a collection of 19 museums, galleries, and a zoo, all free of charge. It's like an all-you-can-eat buffet of knowledge, and your brain's gonna be stuffing itself silly. First things first, you gotta pay your respects at the National Mall. You got the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, the World War II Memorial. It's like walking through a history book. And speaking of history, the National Museum of American History is a must-see. They got everything from Dorothy's ruby slippers to the original Star-Spangled Banner. It's like taking a trip through time. Hang 10, folks, because we're heading down south to Key West, Florida, the southernmost point in the continental U.S. Now, this ain't your average beach town. This is a place where the party never stops, the sunsets are legendary, and the seafood is fresher than a newly paved road. First things first, you gotta visit Mallory Square for the sunset celebration. Every night, locals and tourists gather to watch the sun sink below the horizon in a blaze of glory. It's like a nightly ritual, and it's the perfect way to end a day in paradise. After you've had your fill of sun and sand, wander down Duval Street, the main drag in Key West. It's lined with bars, restaurants, shops, and more characters than a Quentin Tarantino film. And speaking of characters, you gotta visit Ernest Hemingway's house. This legendary writer called Key West home for many years, and his house is now a museum dedicated to his life and work. Get ready to cruise, folks, because we're hitting the Pacific Coast Highway, one of the most scenic drives in the world. Now, this ain't your average Sunday drive, folks. This is a journey down a ribbon of asphalt that hugs the California coastline, offering up jaw-dropping views of the Pacific Ocean, rugged cliffs, and charming seaside towns. First things first, you gotta roll down the windows, crank up the tunes, and just enjoy the ride. The Pacific Coast Highway is all about the journey, not the destination. But that doesn't mean there aren't some killer stops along the way. You got Big Sur with its towering redwoods and secluded beaches. Further south, you'll hit Hearst Castle, a sprawling estate that's like something out of a fairy tale. And if you're feeling adventurous, take a detour to Yosemite National Park, a land of giant sequoia trees, granite cliffs, and thundering waterfalls. Last but not least, we're heading to Asheville, North Carolina, a hidden gem nestled in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Now, this ain't your average mountain town, folks. This place is a funky blend of art, music, and outdoor adventure, with a side of Southern charm. First things first, you gotta visit the Biltmore Estate. This Gilded Age mansion is the largest private home in America, and it's as grand as a Thanksgiving feast. Wander through the opulent rooms, stroll through the gardens, and imagine what life was like for the Vanderbilts. After you've had your fill of luxury, head downtown and explore Asheville's vibrant arts scene. The River Arts District is a must-see, with its converted warehouses turned art studios. And when you're ready to escape the hustle and bustle, take a drive along the Blue Ridge Parkway. This scenic byway winds its way through the mountains, offering up breathtaking views at every turn. And there you have it, folks. Our whirlwind tour of 10 must-visit spots for the ultimate U.S. road trip. From the majestic Grand Canyon to the vibrant streets of New Orleans, this country's got something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Get out there and explore. Remember, life's too short to just sit around and dream about adventures. It's time to hit the open road and make some memories that'll last a lifetime. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite road trip memories in the comments below. Safe travels, and see you on the road.